Hear ye, it's been one preseason week, and the king has been crowned. Wide receivers are vying to make up for Hollywood Brown's absence. Who gets the call, and what does it mean, and where is this defense going? Let's break it down. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ryan. This is me going rogue on RGR. That's what RGR is. Welcome in, like, sub, hit the bell, become part of us. Want to get down to this as we start to roll the breakdown towards what it's going to be in the season. I'm going to give you a little film coming up later on one Kingsley Suamataia. And he is where I'm starting today because it's very clear to me after this first preseason game, it's not a competition anymore. The King's been crowned. He is the left tackle one, not going any other way. Not just because Wanya Morris has gotten himself hurt and he is not able to compete at this point, but it really wasn't competing before. He's got it. It's locked up. It's going to be what it is. We saw him get the starter treatment in week 1. He will get the same in week 2. And I'm more and more comfortable with it every single week. I want to get into the film here in just a minute, but what does that mean? It means you're going to continue to see flip-flops at the backup spots. Lucas Niang, Driscoll are going to flip this week. They're going to change the interior offensive line to see who's going to help out those guys, to see who can fit best where and when as the backup offensive line comes together. Now, the one caveat in week 2 is going to be that I don't expect Joe Thuney to get many reps, if play at all. My guess is not at all. So who's going to rotate through there? Right now, my guess is Caliendo gets the first shot. We'll see if that's true. But the way he's been playing on the right-hand side on the twos, I think makes more sense. That leaves Hansen as the backup on the left side this week. If that plays out, I thought Hansen was up and down, and I thought Norzad was up and down, but I think Norzad at center is the best bet right now with Caliendo at guard. I think he can probably do both, but he may be the leading candidate. At tackle, Juwan Taylor is Juwan Taylor, and quite frankly, Kingsley is Kingsley. Let's take a look at his film right here. So here we are. We're looking at Kingsley Suamataia, 76, out here on the edge against Josh Hines Allen. I am actually happy that he got to go up against Allen to begin with because he needs to get put into the fire. Allen's one of the premier pass rushers in this league, top 10 easily, and I think that that's a good first look at it. Now you can see he's got his eye spied out on him. He's got that outside foot not only back but cantered out so that he can make that hip swivel and get to greet him squared up as Allen comes after him. And as we let this play forward, you're going to see that actually come to fruition. As he goes and makes contact, he's out there, and he does get to where he needs to be in terms of being able to get his hands on him. And when we go back, it's right here. He goes from out to square, and you see the shoulders are together. Allen doesn't have a particular edge to attack here, and that is a great thing. As he comes in, he tries to give him a two-hand shove. And while I don't like the clapping here with Kingsley's hands on the outside, he is still squared up and he's able to recover. As Allen makes that punch and tries to come inside, Kingsley's able to pivot on that outside foot. Mahomes is rolling away, and so I don't think you could call this a hold. People are going to say that if they live in Jacksonville. That's just the way that it is. He's able to get his hand down and get back out in front of him, take that jab step, and get back to the inside. Now Allen is also disengaged, squared back up. You see his shoulder angle, and Kingsley's about to recover here and get his back. And Allen just has to fade off of it, knowing that there could be a screen pass coming his way. I'll call that a neutral right there, a good shadow, and he lives to fight another day. Now, we come up to the next rep. Same matchup here. You see he's put his foot into more of a forward, backward, a north-south alignment here. He's going to take a more vertical drop to get back to where he needs to be. That's what that's telling you. Now, what does Allen do to take advantage of it? As they come off the ball, he's quicker out of his stance, Kingsley is, and I like that. Shorter jab step, and he has opened up, but he's gotten a little bit deeper. I wouldn't call it a true vert. That's more of a 45 set from his first plant foot to out. And you can see just before the step, he just kind of opens that hip up before Allen's really out of his stance. Again, getting himself where he can punch with one arm, and he is capable of doing this. A lot of times you're going to see younger guys be a little concerned, especially with good pass rushers, and try to punch him with two hands like they could in college. This is pretty good control. Now, Allen's going to slap at it, of course, because he's trying to duck under. So he comes and slaps and tries to rip that down, get his arm through. what Kingsley's able to do after being exposed initially and getting that hand slapped away and pinned down to his right, as Allen tries to rip through here, Kingsley uses his feet. He gets his head back out. Now, I think if he didn't have to duck his head a little bit here, he'd be in better shape to begin with, and the rep would look a little different. But he's able to recover, get his feet back around, and use his athleticism. Now, unfortunately, Allen's very good. He's already ripped through, but Kingsley knows that Pat's going to try to get the ball out here. He understands what the pass set is, and the ball is out to Pacheco before there's any danger for Patrick Mahomes. Again, another neutral. But all in all, it's a good day out for Kingsley Suamataia, the Chiefs' new starting left tackle. Download the free Autograph app right now. You can watch your favorite creators in Chiefs Kingdom like RGR on this app, listen to the podcast and read the articles, and get points for everything you do that lead to the big rewards. Download Autograph for free from our link below or use the code RGR. Now, I know that's not a lot of film, but I wanted to give you my take on how he looked in week 1, just a few snaps. He'll get more this week, but I'm very, very excited about where this is going for the future. Now, on the pass catching side of things, it's all up in the air. It becomes very clear without Hollywood Brown. Very happy that his sternoclavicular joint was able to be reset without surgery. That's a huge step forward. And I know I mentioned it as an AC joint. That's the other end of the clavicle. I've been saying that just out of habit. Don't take that personally. The SC joint is something that I think is going to be able to heal up. They didn't have to put any kind of stitches or any kind of structural integrity there. So they're going to let him heal. It's going to take a little bit. I still think it's iffy that he can play the weeks 1, 2. He might even go to IR to start the year, means week 1, 2, and 3, he would be out. I think that he can sustain that. Xavier Worthy is going to take up the slack in the meantime for the deep stretch. He talked about that a little bit. And you have to have a second option to go with him and Rashee Rice. I think it's going to be split duty. If you need a 1-for-1, and if you are trying to stretch the field deep, with multiple deep routes, it's got to be Mecole Hardman. He is the only candidate that has anywhere close to the speed that you put in there with Hollywood. Now, speed's a great thing, and this is one reason to keep Mecole. I think he is on the 53 regardless at this point. If you're talking about getting a little bit more physical, coming down in the run game, I think Sky Moore's going to get a lot of those reps, and I think that's earned so far. It's about the ball skills once he gets in there. That can he complement Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy? That's going to be the question. Justin Watson is the kind of outlier right here. I'm not sure what he can give right now. Between the injury, I thought he was just a touch slower with another year of age on him. I do think he has the trust of the quarterback and the staff, so I think he's on the roster. That's bringing it down to 3 guys. Justin Ross has showed some improvement. They've shown a little bit more willingness to play to his strengths as well. If those things continue in week 2, that buys him a spot on the 53, in my opinion, leaving Kadarius Toney and Nico Romeo for some kind of organization. I'm leaning less and less towards Kadarius Toney making this roster. And if they do have to push to keep an extra guy, it would be Remigio. But I will say he and Ross are neck and neck and neck. It's very, very close. Each week could send somebody one direction or the other. So if you can make yourself more useful, whether in special teams or somewhere else, that could be the trick. And then we come to my guy. I know I've spent a lot of time on Carson Steele. I'm not doing another victory lap tonight. I just want to let you guys know that it's legitimate, the running back skills there. Is it as explosive as you want to see? No. Is he a speed demon? No. He's not going to get to the corner and take off and hit a home run. But he's going to complement and supplement and be a backup to the style of running that Isaiah Pacheco gives you, and that's a great thing. You can hit him with 2 guys that have similar style. You can wear, with these 2 backs, you can wear defenses down in the run game. Patrick Mahomes has already talked about it, that they're aware that they have to do more run this year. That's going to become critically important. So look for Carson Steele. I think he's squarely onto the roster at this point. He's got to play special teams and keep that earned, but right now, I don't think there's more than 3 running backs ahead of him, and I think they're going to keep 4. So right now, I have him on this roster. Ingram, Louis is going to be a stretch at this point. I think he's a practice squad player right now. We'll see what he can do during the season. But as of now, I think Carson Steele is on the roster. And that brings me to the defense. The pass rush has got to continue to improve. Was encouraged by FAU. I want to see Felix take it up a notch this next game, especially because I feel he should be on the field with the ones at times. Give me that wider 9, that edge attack, and I think he's going to make himself known. I'm looking forward to that. And I also want to see a little bit more of Truman Jones because I thought he had some power reps that were good. I think he's getting his legs under him. I think he's got a ways to go, but I do think he has some upside. So keep an eye out for 57 along with 97. Let me know what you think, what I may have missed. This is for you, and I appreciate you guys checking out the breakdown. I'm loving doing these. We're going to keep it going all season long. These quick hitters are exactly what I'm looking for to give you what I think every single week. So if you're new, click the sub, hit the like, do the thing, check out Autograph. It is the easiest way to get all the best information on Chiefs Kingdom. I think you guys will love it. Thanks for watching me today. Have a great one, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks for watching this video from the team at RGR Football. Click these videos to see more and subscribe to RGR Football.